Okay, I am back at the Free League booth. We're returning guests. Last we met, we were at PAX Unplugged. You want to
Yes.
reintroduce yourself, and then you want to talk about Walking Dead, right?
Sure, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Walking Dead universe. My name is Doug. I work for Free League Publishing. I do all their U.S. events, and yeah, we do a little bit of things behind the scenes. I do a little bit of things behind the scenes as well. You might see me on their YouTube channel from time to time. But yeah, we're at PAX East. Just really enjoying being here with the PAX community, and it's always nice being in Boston. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I was just going to talk a little bit about current Kickstarter that we have right now. I think there's like 9 days left as of this recording, but we've been working with AMC on the Walking Dead universe RPG. Yeah, we're really excited about that. It's going to be a very narrative, Walker survival RPG. If you like, I'm telling folks that if you kind of like Vaesen and Alien, it's kind of that mished together. If you're familiar with those mechanics.
Well, who doesn't like aliens and fantasy horror? But obviously now we're in a modern horror sense.
Right. So if you like those types of mechanics with stress dice and with building a society and yeah, I think you're really gonna dig the Walking Dead RPG. We're working with like I said, we're working with AMC on it, so it's all the content of the TV shows. They've been really awesome to work with, and yeah, we're really excited to be able to let fans kind of make the Walking Dead universe a little more personal for them and create their own stories within that universe.
Now, is it starting from the origin? How is this fitting into, say, what the existing media on Walking Dead is?
It starts wherever, pretty much from the outbreak right on through. Of course, we've had shows like Fear the Walking Dead that start right at the beginning of the outbreak, and then we've got things like World Beyond, where where the outbreak has been something that generations have been dealing with for a little while. So there's some certain things that have already, been in consideration in society to kind of deal with it. So yeah, you can kind of put it wherever you want in that timeline. So if you want to play it right when the outbreak happens, you can. If you want to play it when it's been going for a little while, you can do that as well.
What is the kind of adventure sort of design, or is there any guidance in there for kind of what kind of stories you'll be telling? Is it?
You'll be telling it. Basically, you'll be telling your story from a group of survivors trying to, just get by, and, you're going to have your own, I forget what we call it in this, I haven't read the beta rules in a few days, but there's like a community aspect where, kind of like with Mutant Year Zero, where you're building a community, kind of building a shelter, fortifying your safety, but any wrong move could totally wreck that, and you might be.
Now, can I mix in some Twilight 2000 to go super militant World War Z style?
You probably could. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. It's going to be a much more rules light than Twilight 2000.
Okay.
But it does use our Year Zero engine with the D6s. So there's kind of two versions of our Year Zero engine, of course, with the stepped up dice like Twilight and Blade Runner, and then we've got Mutant Year Zero and Vaesen that use the D6s. This is going to use that D6s.
Are there any mechanical twists in the engine that you can talk about, obviously?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about it. I can't really talk about it a whole lot. I can tell you that there is stress dice, and there is a threat meter. And the higher the threat meter as things happen, the more apt you're going to... It's just kind of like avalanches. As bad as you, miss rolls, it could just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Any interesting stories? You got a good beta game story you can tell?
I don't have any good beta games. I was just given the rules a couple weeks ago before the Kickstarter, so I've been able to read it and take it and just go, oh, that's kind of unique. And, I can't talk a whole lot about it just yet, but I will tell folks that it is all written. The art is pretty much, a large part of it's done. It needs a little more art, a little more layout. And the goal is to have it out in PDF form fairly soon after the Kickstarter ends.
So no years long wait.
So no, it's something that we've been working on behind the scenes for a couple of years. And yeah, so we're hoping to have the PDF out to backers hopefully by the time the Kickstarter Pledge Manager hits.
Is there going to be like a starter's kit and some of the things you've done for the other games?
There is a starter set and a core rulebook. and there's a really sweet collector's edition core rulebook that you can only back through the Kickstarter. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, it's definitely something you probably want to check out.
I guess, so you said it's kind of narrative based, so we're not talking about, the goal here is not really, obviously in the zombie apocalypse, you generally don't want to get in combat and stuff anyway.
Right.
But really the emphasis is on that community building, on
Community
survival.
building, Survivor.
Is there going to be like a hex kind of element where you're trying to find a place to survive, or how does that, or is there an element like that, or is it mostly on the move?
You could implement that a little bit if you wanted to, but it's definitely going to be more narrative than like hex crawl. So yeah, I wish I could talk a little bit more about it, but yeah, it's
no worries. This is all impromptu and unplanned and unrehearsed.
I'm trying to
what can you say?
Through, what can I say? What am I allowed to say and what am I not at this point? But we're super stoked. It is going to be great because I think, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Walking Dead TV shows even before we got the license. So it's been something that, it's been, 11, 12 years that they've been putting that show on, just the first show.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan. I loved getting my friends together to watch that show on Sunday nights, and now to be able to get them all together.
And you feel like the mechanics are going to bring out the kind of elements of the show, the human conflict.
Great. Yeah. If you're a fan of Alien and Basin, I think you're going to really dig Walking Dead because it's definitely kind of a mix of those two systems.
Awesome. Well, hopefully I can get this video up right away. So there's still going to be 8 or 9 days left on the Kickstarter, but definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I don't have the URL handy, but I'm assuming just go to Kickstarter and do The Walking Dead. I'm sure it'll pop up.
Walking Dead universe. It should bring you right to there. It is funding goal. We appreciate everybody that's backed us so far. It's been a huge amount of support for it. So
there's a lot of Walking Dead fans out there.
There are, and there's a lot of Free League community, and we love the fact that our Free League community is just getting behind this product and this line as well. And AMC's even got some big plans for this line too,
Whoa.
which we're really excited to work and collaborate with them on it
Awesome.
here later on down the road.
Well, thanks for spending time. I know it's Sunday, it's late.
Hey,
I'm tired, and I haven't been working nearly as hard as you are.
This stuff. This is what I love to do.
All right. Well, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon at the next con.
Sounds great.